Let's get another message from my babes. Just trying to get a message. Okay, if we may. What's the message? What's the message? Spirit! What's the message? Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Number 18. We just talked about the masculine that needs to kind of bring a more gentle touch. So I guess let's be gentle with like ourself or our project or who we might be connected to. I don't really want to talk about this. You know, it's super common, so let me just say it. Probably a lot of people might appreciate it. Okay. When we have the answer, or when we see like somebody could be living a better way, especially, people that we're close to, like our friends or family or loved one, we want to tell them what to do. And it doesn't, if you think about it, when you decide to kind of shift from one way of thinking to another, it's probably not because somebody was like telling you how it is and how you should do and this, and it's probably by observing an example or somebody that is bringing a gentle touch and just giving you showing you another way of doing things it's like a neutral. It's like the more you want to infect somebody or influence somebody, the less they're probably going to take your advice or your lead. I know that's got to make sense. So bring a gentle touch. More often than not, if you just lead by example and don't say anything, I have overcome so much. Okay? I've overcome addiction, religion, a career, narcissist, food, it's addiction, my body. I've overcome so much. And it's like when people can actually witness your transformation, even then, they're very hesitant to give you acknowledge or take on your example as some way of life for them. And so it's like we just have to, it's like spirit has this really gentle whisper, or your intuition's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? But it's just so bizarre how we resonate or receive a different way. Somebody needs to bring a gentle touch. And I don't know if it has anything to do with influencing somebody. It might be with yourself. You might be so hard on yourself, the way you speak to yourself. You might need to speak. Your inner dialogue might need to be more gentle, or literally point out the things that you have accomplished in the day. So bring a gentle touch to yourself or to others or the situation or a project. Number 18, dear spirit. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for trying to better yourselves and those around you and save the world. Starts with self. All right. What's the message from my babes? Just trying to bring a gentle touch, if we may. Truth transcends illusion. 100. Dragonfly spirit. Number 22. This is a superpower. You know, just speaking, it's like, it might be super obvious what the truth is, especially to the liar, because how could they not know they're lying? It's amazing. Like, they convince themselves of the things, but by speaking, just by speaking something out loud, your voice is a tool. It is necessary to break spells, spelling. Oh, truth transcends illusion. Well, duh. All right, so bring a gentle touch. Just by living authentically in your truth, it doesn't even have to be out loud. You just live in truth and it'll transcend the illusion. Okay. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't. Let's just get some tarot. What's the message for my babes? Just trying to get a message, if we may. Dragonfly spirit and deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. Truth transcends illusion. I was just listening to that one song. What is it? Say it wasn't me, or say it wasn't you. She caught me in the bathroom, or whatever. It wasn't me. It's like, she caught me on camera. It wasn't me. It's like, you can, like, sometimes the truth does not transcend illusion because people are so stubborn. It's like, you got them on camera, and they're still like, it wasn't me. It's so stupid. Then just let them. Yeah. People. Just living in their illusions is just disturbing. I can't believe so many people get away with so much bullshit. How does that happen? Oh, let me just say, you know how it happens is when you're like 3 years old and your mom, like, let's say you're with your mom and you get away with something when you're like 3 and your mom doesn't know you ate that toy or something. In that moment, when you realize how you can get away with something, or that's not a very good example, we don't eat a toy at 3, but like something happens when you're super young and you notice how you can get away with something, and the floodgates of, well, what else can I get away with, opens up, and it starts so young. Unless your parents put you in your place with the truth at all times, instead of letting you get away with La La Land too much, it starts young and it just develops into this craft. Like, how else can I get away with it? And how far can we go? It's just so... it sucks. Sometimes you don't even know Never mind. Anyways, fucking world, seriously, crazy. People think living in truth is boring or won't get you very far, or you have to be something that you don't feel like being. You want to pretend to be this other way, so you pretend to be the other way. But the truth of us in our natural state, being authentic, is, first of all, it's a full-time job, just to be real. But because it's like a job, it turns into this, it's like almost a game. It's like knocking out the lies and the illusion. It is entertaining in itself just to, like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So the more you stand up for the truth and your authenticity, when it is easier to just make people comfortable by conforming, I'd rather be uncomfortable and in truth than uncomfortable or than comfortable in a lie. And it's not even that uncomfortable. It's like, actually, it's just an energy shift that people are too lazy to go through. It's like, okay, we'll just shift into the actual truth, acclimate, process, and do it right. Instead of just, let's just pretend it didn't happen. That feels better. No. What's the message? Oh my gosh, you guys put me through it. Bring a gentle touch. Truth transcends illusion. Just be gentle with the truth. You can probably just sit there in silence, which makes some people even more crazy. It's like you can't do anything without offending somebody. You can't be aggressive. You can't be silent. You can't do it your way. You gotta... It's a full-time job, I'm telling you. What's the message? Night of voices. Somebody's using their voice. Somebody's got some thoughts. Or, again, maybe you're really quick to think something and you gotta tone it down, tone those thoughts down in your mind. Don't just, you might need to develop a little bit of a filter and focus. Take the second to focus before you speak. So that you say what you actually want to say and not just project the wrong emotion. Just give yourself a second to acclimate to your thought to get it out correctly. I know it's harder, easier said than done. What's the message? My babes is trying to get a message. Okay. 10 of materials. Okay. Let's get some more. I have no idea what this is. Maybe somebody's going after, generational wealth. Like too aggressively, instead of having it be a lifestyle that unfolds for the rest of your life. You just, it's like you want it now, and so you're doing the things aggressively. Okay, bring a gentle touch and have it a way of life that unfolds and develops with the solid foundation. Truth transcends illusion. I don't know. One more. What is this message? What's a message, please? You know, when somebody has generational wealth in all the things, the car, the house, multiple cars, multiple homes, properties, employees, businesses, and they have all these things, it's kind of hard to bring a gentle touch because, well, it could be hard to bring a gentle touch because you got so much responsibility, so much to maintain. You want to make sure everybody's doing their part to not, fuck it up. But I don't know. I don't have all these things. I'm just trying to decipher what the Knight of Voices and Ten of Materials represents. Somebody has a lot of ambition, just wants to go for all the things too aggressively, maybe, instead of having it be a... If you want the Ten of Pentacles, it's like slow and steady. No, I don't know. One more. What is this message? Muse of Emotions, King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups. Well, this is somebody who is really in control of their feelings. I don't know, you guys. I really don't get stuck very often, like with the message, but perhaps somebody is struggling to control their emotions because they got so much at stake, and you just want to, you don't use your filter and something just comes out too aggressively. So I don't know, somebody needs to, something about transcending the illusion with truth. What are you guys doing? I don't know. Let's just get one more. If anybody's still here. What's a message for my babes? Okay. I don't know. A tidy house, clarity and organization, number 1. Well, that's where it all starts. Seriously. I remember one time I couldn't identify what was wrong with me. I was just stressed and I was like crying. This was years ago. And my room was a disaster. And so I cleaned my room and it was life-changing. I know it sounds crazy, but when your outer environment is messy, your inner environment is clearly messy. And so it truly does start with the clean environment, a clean body, and then you have cleaner thoughts, more organized thoughts, and you can, and then you are definitely more able to bring a gentle touch to those you are around or to yourself. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helped. I love you guys so much. Okay, don't make a thing.